It's imperative that they have rehearsed every
This is
aspect
Fall
of the
Beasley
procedure
Hot
down
Rod.
to the last detail.
Right now I'm just
Living and working on board a nuclear submarine for months at a time.
I'm just looking into my junk box.
Sacrificed by its crew.
I don't have too many junkers, but
These guys know their lives
I
depend
do
on
have a
keeping this
few.
incredible machine running.
Some are actually some of this junk I have is
Coming up,
spare parts.
the smartest bunch of dummies in the world, and find out what they're growing.
Actually, some models give you
Next on How Do They Do It?
leftover body part. Let's see if I can down here for a second and see.
This is Kim. About to feel one of his favorite sensations.
Okay.
At Shell, we're developing more efficient fuels in countries like Malaysia that help us get the most.
Look down there.
Let's use energy more efficiently. Let's go.
This is
If you've been listening,
pieces of old Willys. I think it's a 40 Willys coupe. I soaked it to get the paint off, and you see I didn't get all the paint off yet. These are just, they're just sitting there and nothing's glued together. I'll get them fixed up someday. This one needs the front wheels glued back on. But if you look, very, very, very cheap axles, and the way you glue them on is just ridiculous. It's also very weak. And I think they've changed it a little bit on this 53. I have about 3 or 4, maybe 5 renditions or issues of this kit. And I think they've changed that weak axle, but it was never painted. That's my mistake. And I've had this model I know over 20 years. 67. No. 77, 76, 77, 87, 97, 2007 is 20. About 24 years old at least. That's this one here. About 20 years old. I just stuck it together one day and I didn't paint it. This truck here is just a cab sitting on fenders and the bed sitting in the back. Just give me ideas what can I do with them. Let you know I like junk like that. I appreciate you guys. If you have any, I wish you would sell it to me so I can try to build different things with it. That's fun. It's like I have a junkyard.
Up until the 1970s,
this glue bomb
focused on seatbelt design, but by the 1980s,
and then,
were being used to test every possible type of crash.
I don't know if you can see it or yeah, you can see it. Not good, but you can see it. The hood smashed in. Look at it this way. Hood smashed in some.
This
It's
is First
warped.
Technology Safety Systems, just
Really hold
outside
it
of
this
Motor
way.
City, Detroit.
It's
They're the
warped
world's largest manufacturers
because
of crash
too
test
much
dummies
glue
for
was
the
used.
automotive and aircraft
I got
industry.
this at a
They've
yard
been making
sale.
dummies for over 40 years.
I said, who do I owe the 50 cents to? They wanted 50 cents for it. They just told me go ahead and keep it. I could have it. So it's a free model, but you know, I've used the wheels off of it, so I'm a little bit ahead right there.
Each body part begins as a steel mold.
And
These are first cleaned and made ready to be filled with a special type of vinyl.
but there you go.
To be sure they are perfectly sealed,
If I wanted to buy this old junk, I'm sure you guys have something better you want to get rid of.
heated at high temperature.
Something better than this. Put them together and make, of course I mostly like pickup trucks, tractor trailer trucks,
Once at the right temperature, the mold is taken
but
up
I
the
know they're
outside and
expensive, so
the
I
poured into it.
ain't really gonna be too much junk left with them.
Thickness of the skin is perfect.
But if you have any tractor trailer axles, like from the trailer or from the truck, I'd love to have those. You know, dual wheels from a tractor trailer.
Or the vinyl won't be an accurate substitute
here.
for human flesh.
These wheels from a tractor trailer. A whole axle, if you have a spare axle,
Some sections also use vinyl
a whole set, a whole axle.
simulate the crash impact on soft tissue.
One of these axles with the four wheel.
Molds until it sets before being carefully
Let me know, I'll buy it from you.
The body
You know.
parts then pass to a team whose job it is to hand fill holes left by the molds.
If you got one piece or
Once the individual body parts are
10,000 pieces, that's okay. I'll buy as much of it as I can.
6 high-strength steel ribs replicate
I can
the neck and skull are
finish
created
up
from
these
lighter
models,
aluminum,
or
while the lower spine is made from butyl rubber.
if I never get around to fixing them, then I'll make a
Process of assembling the dummy
junkyard scene and put my junkers in it. My junkers and my glue bomb.
will replicate the movement of 39 human joints.
The way I feel right now, I wouldn't buy a $25 model,
provide some key information.
tear it up and put it in a junkyard.
Next, making dummies
That's,
with technology. And later, picking, packing, and shipping fresh produce around the globe.
That's not too bueno.
How do they do it?
Not that good of an idea.
Fridays, science answers your biggest questions about everything you see. Where does it come from?
I don't know if I used a frame for this or not.
How is it created?
Oh, 40 Ford Coupe I messed up.
And what does it take to make it
Right now I just
move your mind?
spray paint on it to
Fridays starting at 8 on Science.
see how the paint looks on it
Acura Advance.
before I paint a good model.
Size Sports event takes careful
The
preparation.
paint comes off relatively
And
easy.
enough gunpowder to send an anvil airborne. Booyah.
And this I made.
A Size Sports event.
This is
September 5th to 10 on Science.
this is,
It knows you.
what is it?
It fits you. Phone book. It listens to you.
This is the inside bucket,
And with the available advance package, you can
interior
help
bucket
wildlife
from one of these Willys pickup. So
The Acura
this
ADX
goes up inside
could be the smartest car you've driven.
one of these,
Exceptional offers on a great selection at your
cab.
dealer today.
and I had a piece on the back, so
Honey, what happens if we lose power?
this is what I had on the back.
A fridge.
Sports.
Pretty
No
neat.
lights?
No.
No computer.
It was a pretty good idea. It looked pretty neat with wheels on it and motor sitting in it.
Soap operas?
I never did finish, and I decided I want the pickup truck bed
That's why you need a fuel efficient.
because I'm gonna make some rat ride,
To anyone's ears.
and Might make a dragster or something out of this.
And there's no telling how many miles you'll go. But here's what'll happen when you get there. Reach 300,000 miles with eligible Quaker State motor oils, and we'll give you a check for the Kelly Blue Book trade-in value of your car. And you keep your car. No other motor oil has the molecules to make a commitment like this. Only Quaker State. Real, durable.
The church up the road had a yard sale. I got this there, and it's been painted and ruined, but it's still enough there. There's a bottom to it, the interior, the outside body, the front. I think there's a back to it somewhere, and
all new episodes of Sweet Home Alabama and Texas Women tonight starting at 9/8 Central on TMZ Channel 166. Richard Corliss, Time Magazine calls it astounding. Kenneth Duran, the Los Angeles Times says, an impressive cast, smart script, and crackerjack direction earned 8s and opposable thumbs up. Rise at the Planet of the Apes, PG-13. Early dummies had to be attached to a computer by a network of
this is
the problem was these cables frequently interfered with the dummy's behavior.
Citation or Chevy something.
These designs have a built-in computer able to record up to 35,000 pieces of data in a 150 millisecond crash.
It's full of little strain gauges. When going down under stress, they flex tiny little bit, and the strain gauges capture that.
It needs work, believe me.
Creating each
But
of
I
these
would
takes
spend
several weeks.
$25 or more
28 different sensors.
for a brand new
They're
model
able to measure forces on various areas
of a
the
tow
body
truck
during a crash test.
to put into
Next hurdle is
a
calibrating.
junkyard scene.
If the sensors
makes-
aren't
you know,
set
that
up
makes sense.
correctly, the dummy won't provide accurate information. So each dummy is put through a rigorous series of tests in this special lab. Here
But
it
I have
tests
a
the parts of
couple
the body most commonly injured.
Chevy tow
In
trucks.
charge of this process is Jim Sylvester.
We're testing according to certain government specs that that material or that part has to conform to. It has to have a certain force or a certain deflection in order to be passing tests.
I don't know here.
First, sensors designed to measure whiplash are calibrated.
That's a
The head and neck are
Chevrolet.
attached to this huge metal arm.
Stick
A
this.
piece of honeycomb aluminum is fitted to absorb the impact. When the arm is released, it smashes into the honeycomb, and the flex of the neck
Trying
section
to put the
is recorded by the
44
computer.
back together.
The
The only thing it's
sensors
good for now is a
measuring
junkyard.
calibrated by subjecting the dummy to repeated strikes
Or it
of
could
50
be
pound weight. This is set to an exact height so the
a
force of
race
the blow is
car.
constant.
See the front's gone,
Other
firewall and
machines
all
test
gone.
sensors in the head and the flex of key skeletal
Maybe if I
joints.
take the windows out, put some plastic there,
Thanks to data collected from this testing, the
Maybe
company
I
is now also creating detailed
find the,
computer models, allowing crash test simulations to be run
find
entirely
a,
in software.
So we've actually developed computer
hood
models
for it.
that simulate these actual dummies.
Maybe I
that
can
be used
cover up
so
some
that
of
the
the mess.
actual test isn't needed as much.
Because
but
it is a messy,
still very much rely on the physical measurements.
hot rod.
Once the dummies are tested and calibrated, they're ready for shipment to
this
car
here is
and
good.
aircraft
It needs to be
manufacturers
painted.
around the world. And while
So
these
what it
dummies
means
might not
is
be great conversationalists,
I'll have
their
to
selfless
mask
work in the
it
perilous
off
world of car testing means
with
that traveling
paper. You
by
can just
road
use
is now
newspaper,
safer than ever before.
wrap it around.
Coming up, flying
anything you don't
fresh
want it
roads year-round has
painted,
never been easier. But
and
how do they do it?
tape it up. I use
Tonight, from this pile of garbage, I can recreate
Scotch
the
taper,
sensation when MacGyver
Scotch
survived
tape.
It's hacking.
Either Scott
Reinvent the stuff that you throw away.
Magic cellophane tape
The carburetor.
or Scotch
Science, imagination, and some force. I can create
Magic,
most of the time. The series
Magic or Frosted, I think it is.
tonight at 10:30.
You want to make stripes or But brown paper tape, you don't want to use that. But I use that tape because it's cheap, you know, compared to the other tape. To tape newspaper on here where I don't want to paint it.
When you're responsible for this much of a team,
You know, since I have everything glued on it, if it wasn't glued together, I wouldn't tape it at all.
Design a vacation on a budget with Expedia. Make it work. See what
It was just big pieces,
At the
cab,
same time as a serious
the
money
cab,
saving
the
maneuver.
fender, the bed, the interior,
Where you book matters.
I would
Expedia.
just paint it. Just Numa, that paint. Numa.
pure joy, pure togetherness, pure
Okay.
delicious chocolate, pure.
This is a 58 Chevy.
To the 5 a.m.
It's in my junk box, but it was actually in there because I soaked it to get the paint off.
For 80 years, we've been
And I
inspired
got
by you. And we've been
some of the
honored
paint
to walk
off.
with you to help you get where you want to be.
Need to sand it down some. And you see the brown stuff on it?
Nothing stand in your way.
That's
Learn
I use that to
together.edu.
cover up where the lights go
Our
and
fastest way yet to prove
putty that in.
spending too much money on your car insurance.
Putty it in,
This car's covered by
puttied
Progressive, this one by 20.
in the front.
Both cars have the same coverage, same damage, and now the same fast repairs.
You gotta hold it there for a
Here's the
minute so
difference.
it'll.
Drivers who switch from Progressive to 21st save an average $535 a year. Call 888-21.
It will
21st Century Insurance.
clear
Same
up. It'll
coverage,
focus
less.
and look a little better. I don't know where the doors are, but it comes with opening doors.
A diet with plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables
But,
is essential to good health. Ensuring we get them means delivering
So I
thousands
had to
of tons
finish
to stores
puttying
across
it
the
in.
world every day.
Now that I got
When it arrives, it
the
needs
paint
to be
off that I
perfect
did not
condition
want on
and has
there,
been picked just 24 hours previously.
and I'll go ahead and redo the Chevy.
Meeting these demands all year
So I have
round is
I have a
major
box with
logistical
all the other parts, except the
How do they do
doors.
it?
And some of the stuff must have fell off out in the garage or something. Fell out of this box or something.
And getting it to our dinner plates
there's one.
before it spoils is an incredible challenge for
Here's one door.
producers and distributors.
I gotta find the other door,
We decided to tell the
the
story of
interiors
the humble
of the
pepper.
door. And I
To ensure a
think
year-round crop, peppers need
the interiors of the doors are probably out in the garage in the box
The answer is this.
that this Chevy came out of,
$1 million greenhouse.
or came in, I guess it would be.
Space-age building is nothing like a domestic potting shed. It covers an area of 430,000 square feet, the size of 4 football fields. In here, temperatures of 75
And,
degrees during the day and 65 degrees at night are maintained
have,
by miles of heated rails. But even with a perfectly controlled climate, conventional
I think it's a
farming techniques
67, but I'm
produce
not sure.
perfect peppers. So, inside this greenhouse, there's not a lump of soil inside.
67.
Instead, to maximize control and
Gee.
purity, each plant is grown.
I got a bunch of them, but I can't remember the name.
Each of the 116,000
So-
plants is linked to its very own computer-controlled life support system. This uses
GTX,
tubes
I think
to
it is.
provide them with mineral
I don't know,
nutrients
Plymouth or
tailored to
Dodge or
each
something,
stage of the plant's
GTX.
development.
From like 67 or something, 1967.
However, even the most sophisticated
It
technology
had
can't solve
crummy
all
paint
the
job, so I
problems of
soaked it
growing
in
perfect peppers year-round.
brake fluid.
Early in the season,
Somewhere along the line I said something about
plants find it hard to
battery
pollinate
acid.
themselves. So bees
That
are
was a
introduced
mistake.
to the pollinating
Don't soak it in nothing to do with battery.
The amount of seed
Never touch anything on a battery. Just leave them
shape of the
alone.
pepper and ultimately the size and the
What I used was brake
that's part of the problem that we have early season.
fluid.
Peppers are smaller in misshapen without the use of the bees.
And I took brake fluid, soaked this in brake fluid, and
Having no soil
Got
does
just
away
about
with
all the
soil-borne
paint off.
diseases, weeds, and the need for weed
and I'm
killers.
going to repaint it again. I have a
However,
box
there's another pest able to live on
with
the
all
leaves
the
of
par-
plant,
all the
which,
parts
left
for this.
untreated, could eventually kill all the plants in the greenhouse. Spot
Dodge
lights.
GTX.
This is quite a large area of Roadside might damage.
X.
You look on the lower leaves, you can see them crawling around.
And,
Fortunately, once again, nature has the answer. This time in the form of an army of hungry spiders.
try to get it
This
fixed
is
up.
a little spider, and it will hold down the spider mites, and it will eat
I don't have,
This
there was the other 58
produces
Chevy
nearly
door.
6 million peppers every
I don't have a lot of
year.
stuff like
Picking them and ensuring they get to our local store within 24 hours is no small task.
Stress
for
Factor
team.
03 had.
Up to 98% of the quality control takes place during picking.
I'd like to know where he buys his stuff.
More hurdles to overcome before they make
You
it
out
to the
there,
store.
03?
Once the peppers reach the nearby processing plant, they are put through
Get
a
in touch
series
with
of
my
rigorous
channel if you get a chance.
First, they are
Paul
washed
Beasley
and
Hot
dried.
Rod on YouTube.
Then they're sorted again,
And,
so only the very best continue. Men in white
let me
coats
know
then
something.
test samples to guarantee
Anybody at all out there have any plastic you want to sell?
Basically, we're testing for the sugar content.
Let me know.
of the pepper. Now, this is measured in what we call degrees Brix.
And we'll swing some kind of deal.
Sweet of the pepper is 7.2.
With the taste quality assured, the peppers are then graded according to size.
What we're
So-
also checking for, in terms of just general qualities, the overall shape of the product to make sure it's a nice even shape. This one's got 4 loads.
Messing with junk
Once
is just as much fun as messing with brand new models.
just over a dozen hours after they prepare, the peppers are loaded onto a waiting freight truck. Finally, the
Don't worry
peppers
out
are on
there.
their way. First to a grocery
Think
store
nothing
distribution
of it,
center,
you young
then
guy.
on to the individual stores. So, the next time you pick up some peppers from your local
You know,
store,
before I go
bear in
here,
mind the high-speed
that I have
process
models
made in your
stacked
shopping
up.
basket and eat them fresh, rather than leaving them
I
forgotten at the
well, actually, I have a pretty lot of models stacked up, 100 or so.
Coming up on How Do They Do It?
That's because I told you before,
And
and I'll tell you again.
it's used to guide everything
I saved them up for when I'm retired. It took me over 25 years to save these models up.
Which can pinpoint its position anywhere on Earth.
Now I'm
and then
retired.
Figure out directions to where you want to go.
Now I'm starting to build them.
Aluminum is the most versatile
But I wanna build.
of all the metals needed by industry. Not
I
only
love to
is it
save
a
junk
range
from
of
the
high-tech vehicles and equipment,
from the crusher, I guess you would say.
every day in millions
From
of
the
kitchens
junkyard.
around the world. So how do they make ultra-thin aluminum foil?
Guy out there, I think he's in New York, that has
Show
them
you how.
built, gets all his models and puts them in a junkyard. $25 or more models, and he puts them in his junkyard. Maybe I'll buy some from him.
Where would we be today
When he's ready to
without
sell
satellite
'em.
navigation or GPS to guide us?
So anyone out there, you got some junkers, glue bonds, or anything you want to sell, let me know.
Driving around unfamiliar cities a cinch. And best of all, they have made heated
'Cause I'm interested in buying 'em.
operating Copilot a thing of the past.
I'm trying to get to,
What's
still
more,
trying to get to the
not
store.
only does a GPS
buy me a
device
few
tell you
more
exactly
new
where
models.
you are, it even works out directions to where you want to go. All in all, it really is a piece of modern
I appreciate if it gets
technological
this gets loaded up.
So, how do they do
I would
it?
appreciate it very much.
It's 8 a.m. and two of
I do
Philadelphia's
appreciate it
residents, Tom and
very
Sarah,
much. If you
are
get a
getting
chance,
ready
you'll
to
watch
drive
it
to a birthday party 750 miles
and
away.
sell me some junk.
If they knew one another, they'd probably share a car.
I'm a junk
but
junkie
instead,
when it
they're
comes to
taking
model
the
car.
13-hour drive
model car.
independently.
Thank you very much.
Confident in his map reading
I'll
skills,
try and make another
Tom's taking
video.
only a street map
Thank
to
you.
guide him.